Hello there, how are you today? This is to specially welcome you to the ATP question of the day. This amazing feature was put together by Ask the Pediatricians Foundation as a platform to answer some of the frequently asked questions by moms and dads pertaining to child health care. And Dr. Gbemisola, who is a consultant pediatrician and the founder of the foundation, would be addressing these questions herself. Amazing, right? Yes, I thought so too. So relax, grab a pen and a drink as we enlighten the world.
Hi everyone, and welcome to ATP question of the day. I am Dr. Gbemisola Boyede, and it's my pleasure to be here today to answer your question. This program is brought to you by Ask the Pediatricians Foundation. Our vision is to see no child die from preventable causes of death, and we do that through our health education and information online, including answering your questions on such platform like this, and also through our community medical outreaches to indigent community. You are welcome to be part of our family, and thank you so much for watching. So today I've got another question which I'm going to be addressing, and today's question is so important. You will know why. I'm just going to project it down. Okay, so this mom is asking and saying, doctor, good evening, doctors in the house. Please enlighten me more about female circumcision, both the advantages and disadvantages. I want to learn more of it. Thanks. Very important question. All right. Okay, so female circumcision. This mom is asking, number one, the first question I want to say is there are actually no advantages to female circumcision. None. In fact, female circumcision is a criminal offense. I'm so happy because we are just celebrating the day of the girl child, and the girl child is becoming an endangered species because there's so many customs, there are so many acts that are against the girl child, and it's so painful to me because I am a girl, I'm a mother, I'm a woman, and I find that most of the problems that most of these myths and traditions and practices that are very dangerous to the girl child, one of which is female circumcision or female genital mutilation or female cutting, genital cutting, whatever you want to call it. We women, we are also the one championing it. We are the gatekeepers of some of these traditions that we should not be talking about anymore in 21st century. We shouldn't be talking about female circumcision. Really, we shouldn't. So for the person who is asking, I guess, because most of you, I'm happy that you're asking this question because I know most of you have been pressurized by the grandparents, because they've done it to them. They say they must do it to their own grandchildren, and they keep on perpetrating. Places like in UK and Canada and all those other places, if you circumcise a child, even if you do it outside their country, if you come back, you are still going to be arrested by the police. Yes, it is a criminal thing to do. So please do not circumcise female children. There is absolutely no advantage. However, there are lots of dangers with female circumcision, even if you do it by healthcare professionals. Because some of you say, okay, yeah, maybe because those older women, they are using unsterilized instruments, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go to a nurse, I'm going to go to a healthcare professional. And I hope all the healthcare professional, my colleagues, you know that it is actually unethical. It is a criminal offense for you to circumcise any girl. Yes, it is. You shouldn't do it. So, number one, there is danger of bleeding. That is, when I talk about the complications, I want to group them into the immediate complications, what we call acute complications, and to the long-term complications, what we call late-term complications or chronic complications. Number one, I'm talking about female genital mutilation or female circumcision. Number one, it's the child can bleed. I've seen the children can bleed to death, even from that process alone. Why do you want to cut a girl? So for those who don't know, female circumcision or female genital cutting is a process where a part or the whole of the female external genitalia, the clitoris, the labia minora, all those what we call the vulva, what you see on the outside, they can be removed and then they stitch them together because of this misconception that girls that are not circumcised are going to be more promiscuous, blah blah blah. Really? Please, let's not. That's not true. That is just a belief that is wrong. So the girl can bleed, the girl can get infection from that process, very unnecessary process. And then two, apart from infection, tetanus, so many things I can do because of even the way some of those things are done, then the long-term complications, the girl is going to have difficulty with childbirth. Number one, they don't enjoy sex because all those external products, like clitoris that are removed, it's going to affect the child's ability to actually enjoy the sexual intercourse with their husband when they are older. Two, they will not be fulfilled in that area, nothing. And then, of course, having children could be difficult. Some of them, they tie them, and that make that area very narrow. So that when it's time for childbirth, it's so difficult. Some of them have what we call obstruction during delivery, and that can lead to the death of the child or even the mother. So it's a dangerous thing to do. And even some mothers can have problem with infertility because if the infection that happened during the initial episode has caused what we call pelvic diseases and all that, then inflammatory disease, then it can lead to the infertility in future. So tell me there's absolutely no advantages, but rather disadvantages. So please do not circumcise your female child. Please, it is a criminal offense. You don't go to do it even in the hospital. Don't do it at all. They have absolutely no benefits to it. So if you are listening to me, you're a woman, it should stop with my generation. It should stop with your generation. I know that all our old grandmothers, great grandmothers, it's very common in Nigeria and some parts of the country, they've been doing it, and some cultures still want to maintain it. And they if you're not circumcised, they stigmatize you. Really, it is those who are circumcised that are actually the ones suffering. But they don't want to tell you all that they are going through, and they just want to make sure that other people continue the suffering. We should stop it. Please, it is a dangerous thing, and it's against the child rights. It's against the rights of a child. Even if your country doesn't have the law, there's an international law, what we call the Child Rights Act, that has been signed into law by most of the countries. Nigeria is also a signatory. So it is against the Child Rights Act for you to circumcise your female child. Female children need no circumcision. Just leave their genitals alone. Okay, don't create problems for them. And apart from that, you are liable to being convicted by the law. So please, no circumcision for the female child. Say no. Even if they want to even hold the grannies and other, you are educated. You should be able to educate them. And I'm using this opportunity to appeal to my female colleagues, to our mothers, because you are the gatekeepers. If all of us agree saying there is no benefit to this custom or this culture, it has to stop, and it can stop with our generation. This is not something we should be talking about in 20th century. There's absolutely no advantages to it. Rather, it has a lot of complications, and it has a lot of danger to that child, both in the immediate term and in the long term. So say no to female circumcision. And of course, the males can be circumcised, but the female, no. So please, there's absolutely no need for our female children to be circumcised. And I hope you have learned, and I hope you will also go out and educate other mothers and enlighten them, to tell them about all the dangers and that they should avoid circumcision of the female children. I hope you've understood that. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come across your way tomorrow with another episode of ATP Question of the Day. Keep watching and keep learning.
How was it? I told you it would be enlightening, and yes, it was. So why don't you join us tomorrow for another edition of Question of the Day? And I encourage you to subscribe to our ATP TV on YouTube. You can follow Ask the Pediatricians on Instagram. Join our Facebook group. Plus, we have an ATP mobile app on Google and Apple Play Store. Download it. Till we meet again tomorrow. Thank you for watching.